We're back at you again with another NXT UK review. This one's going to be short and sweet. So, I'm just going to give you a rundown of the matches, what I thought of them, and then the finishes, and just the segments. So, first, we opened with a weekend review of WWE WrestleMania. We're saying, hey, NXT UK talent, we're doing really well at WrestleMania week. Pretty cool. Then we move on to the opening match, which is Nathan Fraser versus Saxon Huxley. Pretty sure Huxley was the one everyone was calling Jesus and said he's got his own face on his arse, but I'm not 100% sure. But anyways, Saxon Huxley now is kind of either a caveman / Buddha Brosy. I don't mind it, I just not the biggest fan of the grunting. However, the match was all about Huxley overpowering Fraser, but Fraser finding a way to fight back. Finish of the match, Fraser hits 4 shoulder tackles on Huxley, knocks him on the outside, goes for a suicide dive, hits it. Huxley, though, recovers first, throws Fraser inside, and then Fraser tries to hit a suplex, can't. Huxley then reverses it and tries to hit a suplex. Fraser flips out of that and gets Fraser into like a reverse DDT, or Scorpion Death Drop, I think is what Sting calls it. Anyway, hits a reverse DDT, it goes on top, hits a missile drop kick, goes to the other side, and hits a frog splash for 3. So they're really trying to build Nathan Fraser. I think he will be a contender for the Heritage Cup. I don't know what they're going to do with the Cruiserweight title now that it's in the US. I guess once the Rona is gone, touch wood, maybe there'll be more travelling and he might go over there. But really good. They definitely have big plans for Nathan Fraser. Up next, we had a Noam Dar Samuels like little promo being like, blah blah blah. We're gonna fight Mustache Mountain next week. I've got friends in high places. And then we've got another Noam Dar segment, which is the Supernova Sessions. They kind of maybe should have had, I don't know, maybe they could have had Dar say that beforehand, but I guess that must have been more pre-recorded than this. But anyway, all recorded afterwards. I don't know. So, Supernova Sessions with the Gallus boys. Gallus come out, they take Dar's comfy seat, Dar's sat there, they're like, yeah, we're trying to rebuild ourselves, we're training. Wolfey's like, I'm trying to control my anger so I don't kill another man in a bare knuckles fight. And then Joe Coffey was like, I want to go on a rampage. I don't know, I think they should have used a different word, because when you say rampage, I'm thinking, oh, he wants to fight Rampage Brown. That would be cool. Maybe him saying Rampage is going to set up him versus Rampage. That would be cool. But Eddie Dennis comes out, seeing a tall, smug prick, being like, yeah, well, the reason you're not tag champions is because you picked a fight with us. And then Joe Coffey's like, you want to go, mate? We'll go next week because I'm not dressed for it. And I'm like, what? Then Eddie Dennis is like, I'm not dressed for it either. But then it's like Vaya and Tyson T-Bone and Primate jump Gallus boys from behind. There's all just a big brawl. Noam does like play that funky music whilst they were brawling. Pretty good. It's a good way to reintroduce Gallus boys and set up a feud. I'm sure Joe Coffey will go over next week, or maybe it'll become a longer term thing. That might be cool. And then we move on to a weird little promo thing, I guess. Well, like a behind the scenes type. Again, I think these are the things they do to fill time because they don't show them on BT. But Sam Gradwell's trying to get into the London PC, it looks like. He's banging the door, no one's opening it. Mastiff comes and opens it, and Gradwell's like, oh, you could have lumbered over even slower, could you, Mastiff? Mastiff's like, basically like, whatever, you little prick. He closes the door and locks it again. And he's like, let me in, what are you doing? I'm a storm, yogurt. I'm like, what? The yogurt line killed me. I'm not 100% sure if he's actually saying yogurt, but it sounded like it. It was amazing. Then a Trent and Tyler promo being like, yeah, Mustache Mountain next week, first time the BT Studios London. I think they two-sweeted, which was like, okay. But yeah, after that it's Isla Dawn versus Millie McKenzie. I guess it's sort of like a continuation of last week, because Millie McKenzie rolled up Isla Dawn. Competitive match, a lot of hard-hitting stuff, beautiful suplexes all around. Both of them are great workers. The finish was Millie McKenzie had Isla Dawn in the corner, punching at her. Ref breaks it up because of the 5 count. Millie McKenzie's like, oh, okay. She goes, it looks like she's going for a spinning forearm. Isla Dawn, massive big boot, connects. Millie McKenzie is stunned, and Isla Dawn hits that picture perfect bridging German suplex for 3. I'm going to stand by my prediction that's going to be Isla Dawn versus Kaylee Ray for the title. Maybe Millie will be involved to make it a triple threat. It kind of depends where they want to go. But yeah, I think really great match. The NXT UK's women's division is really great. I just want them. It's hard when you're running on an hour. It's hard to showcase them even more. It's hard to have more than one match or a match in a segment. It's just difficult with the time constraints. Then we move on to Ginny and Joe Connors doing this very nice promo, which I quite like how it looked. It looked like they were. I don't know if it was either a very good green screen, but I doubt that. It looks like they were in a room and it was only I mean, it was obviously front lit, but it was backlit by the NXT UK logo. That looked fantastic. I guess it's the perks of being in the BT studios. You've got these spaces. Anyway, it was Ginny kind of saying to God, I've forgotten her name, Dana something, that you're a loser, you have one outfit which is ugly, you don't deserve to be here, you look miserable, which in some of the backstage things they've done they have, but I think that's just direction. Yeah, very rude of Ginny. I don't know if Ginny's gonna go over on, like, it. If they're gonna continue to build Ginny, they'll put her over, but it feels weird to have a babyface not go over in that match next week because this promo was so mean. But you know, Triple H often, you know, the Booker T promo, so I digress. Then we get an announcement that there's Joe Coffey versus Eddie Dennis next week, and then we have Ashton Smith versus Jack Stars. Jack Stars with Piper Niven, so Jack Stars like, oh, I'm trying to win a singles match finally. And basically the match was Ashton Smith beating the hell out of Jack Stars, who was getting some offense in as well, but Ashton Smith obviously is a big, strong lad, so he was really taking it to Jack Stars. But the finish was Jack Stars flips out of a backdrop. A lot of flipping out of things here. Flips out of a backdrop and rolls up Ashton Smith, but instead of just rolling him up and holding him down, he like lays on top of his legs to like fold Ashton Smith in half and gets a 3 count. It's his first victory. I think it's his first singles victory in NXT UK, which is really big for him. It's some progression. Again, it's weird, they have so much talent, but they've got the Heritage Cup and then they've got the NXT UK title and they don't have enough time, and it's like, how do you showcase everyone? Maybe if they had like a YouTube exclusive, like a, I guess no, that's what the network is for. So I don't know. It'd be interesting to see where they go from here. I hope they don't go to 2 hours, because going to 2 hours would make it harder for me. Hour and a half, maybe I'm fine with. Yeah, hour and a half on the network. You cut out half an hour for BT Sports. I digress. And then the main event, Kenny Williams versus Amir Jordan. This match was very, very good. It was very hard-hitting, as it should have been, because of the story they were telling. They were going hard. Amir Jordan was angry, showing some fire, which is nice. Kenny Williams, again, working very, very heelish, targeting Amir Jordan's shoulder, which was taped up. They fought on the outside. Yeah, very good match. It showcased a different side of a different side of Amir Jordan being more aggressive, and Kenny Williams really showing, yeah, man, I'm a heel here. Heely tings. Heely tings. Yeah, the finish of the match was... It was interesting. So they're both down on the ground. Kenny Williams calls to the corner. He pulls the turnbuckle, but he doesn't pull it all the way off. He just like makes it face so the top part of the middle turnbuckle is exposed. So then he's like laying in the leaning against the corner. Amir Jordan comes in. Kenny Williams kicks him in the stomach and drives him into the middle turnbuckle, but only the top part. So it's like difficult for the ref to see. Amir Jordan turns around. He's selling. Kenny Williams behind him, pulls up the turnbuckle, and then he goes for his finish, which, I mean, I don't know what Kenny Williams calls it, and I don't actually know what the actual name of the move is, but I know Bailey does it with the Rose Plant, and like Dean Ambrose used to do it before he started doing the Dirty Deed / whatever he calls it now. So yeah, that, and Kenny Williams got the finish. And I think there's going to be one of two ways they go here. Either they're going to take these two in very different directions. Like, this can either make sense as a blow off to have Kenny go off and do his own thing and Amir to go off and do his own thing, or the finish with it being Kenny Williams cheating does also lend itself to them maybe going off and continuing this feud. Maybe they'll go for a no DQ match, and like, it's the stories of Amir Jordan, like, he can't. Okay, kind of like that old Bailey kendo stick match they did, where they were like, oh, Bailey can't hit her with a kendo stick, she's lame. But instead of making it lame, make it so Amir Jordan like finally like gets over this. I can't use weapons and stuff, and he actually does. I think that would be a good way to take that. So yeah, let me know what your thoughts on the show were. Let me know what your thoughts on where the Amir Jordan Kenny Williams feud is going to go. I'd love to know what you think. Thank you for watching. I'll be back next week. It'll probably be a similar thing for the next few weeks. Maybe this is how I'm going to be doing these reviews going forward. Let me know what you think. Thank you for watching, and hey, go watch some more wrestling. Let's go. Wrestling.